welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you some brand new books. A few weeks ago I asked if you'd be interested in me sharing books that have just been released, and it was an overwhelming yes. So this is going to be a little tricky because I don't actually have the books. If you pay attention in the videos that I share, most of the books that I get are from the library. I'm at the library probably 2 to 3 times a week, and they definitely know me by name there. So I always recommend getting books from the library first, and then if you really love it, then go out and buy it. But all the books I get are from the library, but because these books are brand new releases, I don't actually have them yet. But I want to tell you all about them. So each one that I share is either a January or February 2022 release. And since I don't have them, I'll pop pictures of them up on the screen so that you can see what they look like as I talk about them. I will also list all the books that I share in the description box down below, and I'll also provide a link where you can purchase it if you are interested. That way you know you're getting the exact book that I'm sharing in this video. But before we get started, if you're new here, my name is Sarah, and I love to come on here every Sunday night and share with you book ideas or read aloud tips that you can use in your classroom right away. If that's something you're interested in, give this video a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down below. Now, let's jump into these brand new books for 2022. The first book I wanted to share with you is Stacy's Extraordinary Words by Stacey Abrams. This is an inspiring tale of determination based on Stacy's own childhood. Stacy loves words more than anything in the world. She loves reading them, sounding them out, and she finds comfort in the words that she reads. So naturally, her teacher chooses her as a contestant for the spelling bee. But Stacy's not quite as excited as she thought she was going to be. What if she messes up? What if she can't speak up like she needs to do when she faces the bullies at school? Ultimately, Stacy learns that words are powerful and that perhaps perseverance is the most important word of all. A great book to share in your class as a read aloud. The next brand new book that I have is Who Are Your People by Bakari Sellers. This book is a tribute to the family and the community that make us who we are. This book truly celebrates African American pride and asks, what will you dream and who will you be? Making this book a really powerful and important conversation starter to have in your classroom. And in the story, the illustrations are definitely geared towards younger students, but they have some very important historical scenes in them, such as the Underground Railroad or the Civil Rights Movement. So between the illustrations and the important words in the story, another great read aloud for your elementary classroom. The next book that I have is The Year We Learned to Fly by Jacqueline Woodson. And this one might sound familiar because I mentioned it as one of the books that I was really looking forward to in 2022. This book is a companion to one of my other favorite books, The Day You Begin, also by Jacqueline Woodson. And it really illustrates the power that each of us has to face the challenges with confidence. So it's a dreary day and these two kids don't know what to do. So their grandmother teaches them to use their imaginations to lift them up out of boredom. She talks about how this skill was something that their ancestors used to show the world the strength and resilience of their beautiful minds, and what an important skill using your imagination is. It's a powerful, affirming, and empowering story to share with your students, and a great one to spark their own imaginations. The next brand new release that I have is Marley and the Family Band. This book by Cedella Marley is a poetic story. It celebrates music, love, and family. It's about a young girl who moves to a new country and has to learn how to make new friends. So she comes up with a plan. She decides that in her new neighborhood, she's going to have an outdoor music concert, and she knows this will bring the whole neighborhood together. But then the weather kind of ruins those plans. But it's the help from her new kind neighbors that show her what a community really is. It's such a joyful, vibrant book that's based on the author's childhood and her iconic father, and it teaches us that nothing can stop the music as long as you have your community and family around you. A fun, uplifting story to share with your students. The next brand new book that I have for 2022 is Eyes That Speak to the Stars. In this book, a young Asian boy notices that his eyes are different from those of his peers, and he really picks up on this when he sees his friend's drawing of himself and realizes that his eyes are drawn differently. So he goes to his father for comfort, for advice, and his father tells him that his eyes rise to the skies and speak to the stars. He realizes that his eyes are similar to his father's and to his younger brother's, and he becomes inspired by the other men in his family to recognize his own power and strength from within. And this book might sound familiar because it's the companion to Eyes That Kiss in the Corners. Such a wonderful set of books to share with your students. So those are some of my favorite books so far this year that have been released. I hope to continue to do more of these videos throughout the year as more books are released, because there are some amazing ones that are coming out every single week. It's really hard to keep up with them, but I'll try my best. But I'm curious, let me know in the comments below, which one of these books are you looking forward to reading the most? I'm gonna pop them all up on the screen again so that you can see each one of them. We talked about Stacy's Extraordinary Words, Who Are Your People?, The Year We Learned to Fly, Marley and the Family Band, and Eyes That Speak to the Stars. All of these books are wonderful read-alouds for your classroom and great additions to your classroom library. Again, I will leave them all linked in the description box down below so that you can grab them to use in your classroom right away. If this video was helpful for you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit that red subscribe button down below, because I'll be back next week with more read-aloud tips and book ideas that you can use in your classroom right away. Have a great week.